I want to show you one of the problems I'm having with Ready to Lose. So I'm mixing down the, I guess the original stems, working on a remix, surround remix, whatever, 2496 stereo remix, the works. The PC I use is about 10 years old, still works, it's amazing. The hard drive is still on there, the files are still there, everything's great, except the audio interface I used was also a USB key or a license key for the guitar effects software I used, and that died the other day. I managed to get most of the effects for most of the songs, pretty much, before that happened, but it turns out there's a couple of tracks on Ready to Lose that I missed. Now what I mean by this is the guitars generally are recorded direct to the file and the amp effects are put on post. Really stupid to leave your file that way if you don't know what you used. So this is the, for instance, this is what the guitar track sounds like. There's two tracks like that, both power chords, both different. Luckily, I actually have one section of both tracks with the original guitar effects on them. So it's a case of listening to that rendered version and trying to recreate those effects on those tracks. So what I just played you, the clean chords, they're supposed to sound like this. That's all I've got to work with. Right, so we're turning into effects. Well, that one I kind of got lucky. I had an idea of what it was. I knew I was using 4x12 cabinets. I knew it was using a particular condenser mic. I had no idea what the amp was. I had no idea if it was an amp distortion or a pedal distortion. Trial and error, using a heavy metal amp I would not normally use. Working out the delay, the modulation. This is what I came up with. So this is 10 years later trying to recreate this guitar sound. So I'll play the recreated sound, and then you'll hear that big chord at the end, what it originally sounded like. So I'm pretty happy with that, it's pretty close. Not a crucial guitar in the mix either, so it's probably a little bit of EQ no one will notice, unless I've told you beforehand. And look, likewise, I've got another power chord section, and you know, this is the track. So actually, hearing that, it sounds like EMG pickups. That's what it sounds like, clean. So there's that, and that is supposed to sound like this. This was harder. Definitely sounded spikier, so it was either a different 4x12 or a dynamic mic, probably the 57. And again, hours of work for this one. And this is what I got. And again, you'll hear the recreated sound first, and then you'll hear that original sound at the end. I'm trying to match them. it's close. It's in the ballpark. It'll be enough. A bit of EQ, a bit of studio trickery. But I think that's actually. Hang on, and there is one more. There's one more track, which I don't know what it was. Fortunately, it's a rhythm guitar, which means it's probably not very distorted, probably not very tricky, but I'm going to have to do something with it. I'm not sure though, I'll have to listen to the original track and see if I can even hear it in the mix, but this is... And that of course is going on at the same time as the acoustics, so maybe you can't even hear it. Anyway, there'll be a part 2, I'm sure. But otherwise, rescuing tracks for a 2496 stereo remix, a 5.1 surround mix, and rescuing it for posterity. Talk soon.